might be with you.
I'm here. I'm sure you have another job for me.
I do, but not just any job. Dies Irae is upon us. We'll finally hit Sigismund where it hurts the most. We'll cut off the flow of silver into his purse.
Sounds like you want to shut down his mines.
Aye, that's exactly what I'm planning to do. Well, what we're planning. And you'll be the most important figure on the board.
What do you mean?
As you already found out, the flow of silver is the reason why Sigismund laid siege to the city. If we take that reason away from him, he'll have no choice but to leave.
If you put it simply like that, I reckon you're right.
Can I count on you?
Aren't you afraid of the gallows?
What's one human life compared to the importance of saving the entire kingdom? Someone would have to rat us out. And I don't think any one of us would do such a thing.
How do you want to do it?
With the combination of modern science and some good old hellfire.
Could you be a little less cryptic?
We're going to blow the place sky high.
Why me of all people?
You're reliable, Henry. You've proven yourself. Besides, I've heard you've been down in a mine already. It won't be anything new to you.
How do you know I've been down in the mines?
You can find brothers and sisters of the guild even in places where you'd least expect them. Like in a mine.
Why don't you send one of them then?
They're simple miners. You've been in the war. You can work independently and you're reliable.
I still don't exactly know what it is you want me to do.
Do you know what black powder is?
I've had the pleasure. A lot of smell, smoke and noise.
1 barrel should be more than enough for our purposes.
A whole barrel?
We need to collapse the adits, and to be sure it'll work. Your job will be to get your hands on the powder and bring it to the mine.
You can count on me. Do you know where I could start?
I know exactly where. Ask the gun forger, Eldris. He's one of the Kuttenberg councillors, and one of Sigismund's men. If there's anyone that knows where to get black powder, it'd be him. Wouldn't it be the irony of fate that the one behind Sigismund's fall will be one of his allies?
Getting the information out of him won't be easy. But we'll see.
I'm sure you'll figure it out. And remember, I don't want to see any needless violence and bloodshed. We're trying to overthrow a tyrant, but not stain ourselves with mortal sin.
Don't worry. I'm no butcher.
As soon as you have the barrel, head straight to the mine. Goliath and Hogg will be waiting for you at the camp near the entrance. Oh, and before I forget, here's a few groschen. Hopefully they'll make your search a bit easier. Well.
Well, I reckon you've got a better offer for me again.
You're damn right. And not just any offer. So keep your voice down, in case anyone's listening.
Tell me, then.
You've been here for some time now, so I'm sure you've noticed Shenyek is... well... you know.
I don't know. Continue.
Shenyek is a weakling, and too careful for his own good. Always babbling about his ideals, telling our fellas they can't do this and that's not appropriate.
I couldn't agree more.
You see, friend? We can all agree on that. We're better off without him, don't you think? Unless we start bringing in a lot more money, we'll all starve to death anyway. Shenyek is dragging us down.
What are you trying to say?
Psst. I'm trying to say that, in theory, if Shenyek wasn't around, we'd all be better off.
Forget about it. The only one bringing the guild down is you.
Easy now, friend. I was just kidding. You didn't really think I meant it, did you? Let's just go our separate ways and forget this ever happened, eh?
You better not fuck with me, Knuckles.
Take care. God bless.
Grüß Gott. Was brauchst du?
Greetings, Eldris. Sure you remember me.
Ah, you're the waiter from the court. Was würden Sie brauchen?
A barrel of black powder.
My. Might I know wofür you need it?
I'm here on behalf of the great King Sigismund of Luxembourg himself.
Good. Do you have a letter of assignment?
Of course I do. Stop wasting my time. You wouldn't want to keep Sigismund waiting, would you?
Nicht das, no. I would be happy to oblige the king if I could, but even my supply is not infinite. Unfortunately, I don't have any black powder right now. The last shipment went to the royal encampment near the city.
Isn't there anyone else who makes black powder?
Definitely not here in the city. Es gäbe dann einen Weg, but you cannot tell anyone I told you.
Go on then. My lips are sealed.
My business rival, Whisker of Colin, also supplies black powder to the camp. Ist ein glitschige Schlange, aber that is of no importance to you. More importantly, Whisker drives his wagon north from Colin through Bohunowitz towards the military encampment with a powder in tow. If he were to lose it, he would be in großen Schwierigkeiten.
And I'd have my powder.
Exactly. But like I said, you didn't hear it from me.
You can count on me. Thanks for the help.
Oh my God, I'm awfully hungry.
Should I go and get something from the kitchen?
No, if meine Frau saw you, gibt's nur Ärger.
What?
Like you people say. Trouble.
Does your wife really starve you that much? She doesn't seem such a shrew to me.
Well, I have an ulcer in my stomach and the physician said I cannot eat anything too fatty, sweet or spicy.
Aye, I know how that is. My uncle had the same thing.
Ah, and how did he get rid of it?
Well, he died.
Ah, so. Be careful.
I'd like to learn. There's no time for it now.
say about hindsight. Now we just need to figure out what to do about it.
So you're in a bit of a pickle, eh?
These damned horses, they got spooked in the forest and this is how it ended up.
You wouldn't happen to be a certain Whisker, would you?
What? Why? Who's asking?
That doesn't matter. What I'm interested in is your cargo. 1 whole barrel, to be exact.
My God. How did you know about that? Speak up or I'll call for help.
They heard you were having trouble back at camp. So they sent me here to get that barrel before everyone in the region hears about it.
Huh. I had no idea they had such good spies at the camp. All right then, here's the key. Take one of the barrels from the chest in the wagon. Apologize for me back at the camp. I'll come as soon as we get this fixed.
We have gone, eh? Through a puddle.
Quick! Go! Whoa! God! Quick!
Already had a nice dugout on the other side of the shaft.
Appointment?
It's late. What do you think about that mission of ours in the silver mine?
Eh?
The job we're supposed to do. Collapsing the mine.
Well, I don't think anything about it. Chenyek's the one that does our thinking. I just do what he tells me to.
Aren't you afraid?
Afraid of what? We've got Goliath with us. He'll kick anyone's ass. Take care for now.
What do you think about our job in the mine?
I've never been more excited, my friend. It'll be a bang, the likes of which the world has never seen. And finally, something that'll hit that ginger fucker right where it hurts.
Don't you think it's too dangerous?
What isn't dangerous these days? Don't worry, we can handle it.
I'm here. I've got to say, that barrel sure gets heavy.
Great work. We're all ready and waiting for you.
I came as fast as I could. Getting your hands on something like this isn't easy. They guard it closer than silver.
But you did it. Now we just have to wait for nightfall.
What's the plan?
As soon as darkness falls, I'll send out some fellas to cause a commotion on the other side of the mine. Then we'll carry the barrel inside and bang!
What do you mean by commotion?
We need to lure away the workers and guards. The fellas on the other side will start a fire, so that everyone wants to put it out.
I've got a feeling that carrying the barrel down into the mine will be my job, won't it?
Exactly. Chenyek said you've come across it before, so you know what kind of damage it can cause. But don't worry, we'll mark the exact spot for you. But I'll tell you about that later.
I'll wait until the evening here with you.
Make yourself comfortable. Have a cup of wine. It's time. While we were waiting, Hog went to prepare that little surprise of ours. If I'm not mistaken, he did it. The others are stirring up a panic in the meantime. The miners have already gone to put out the fire with the guards, so we'll have the whole mine to ourselves.
Great. So what am I supposed to do?
You're in charge of the best part. You'll carry the barrel into the mine shaft, to where the main supports are. There should be a red rag hanging from one of the beams. That's exactly where the best spot is.
Christ, how the hell am I supposed to find that?
Head straight, then right at the wheelbarrow. You'll manage. Then you'll light the barrel and run for your life. The whole thing will collapse like a house of cards.
What'll happen if I don't make it in time?
You'll save on a coffin and a gravedigger. You've just got to make it.
Jesus, can't someone else blow it up? Like the fella who put up the rag?
He's busy putting out the fire. Do you know how suspicious it would be if he just got up and left all of a sudden? You can do it. Besides, you've been there already.
All right. But wish me luck. I've got a feeling I'm gonna need it.
Just don't dawdle. Everyone's in a panic for now because nobody knows what's actually on fire, but it won't last for long. I'll come with you to the adit and keep an eye out, just in case. Come on now, let's move. With me, move it. They won't be putting out the fire forever. Hurry inside!
Where now? Pop down there. I hope I'm not lost. I've definitely been this way already. I hope I'm not lost. There's the beam with the rag on it. That must be where I should put the barrel. Now to get out of here. Quick. I should get a move on.
That was so bad. You got all your limbs. It's going to be a
Ears are ringing like hell. I'm alright otherwise, I think.
You were real fucking lucky to make it out in time. Let's say you cut it down close. Good thing I was there and dragged you back to camp.
You owe me an ale. Each and every one of you.
You've got it. Just as soon as we get back to the home. Now what's all this? Shut your mouth. He doesn't give a damn.
In the name of His Majesty King Wenceslas, you're all under arrest for crimes against the crown.
You say Wenceslas, but mean Sigismund, you dirty rat. It's too late. It's all over.
We got held up by the fire. It's a miracle nobody lost their life. But as I can see, there were much worse things going on. Now hand over your weapons and surrender.
Are you fucking shitting me? Surrender? Never!
This is your last chance. Surrender or die.
If you value your lives, you'll pack up and leave. We've got more of those powder barrels. One more step, and we'll all blow up sooner than you could say amen.
Kurva! Are you out of your mind?
Try me.
To hell with all of you! This isn't over! Let's go, fellas.
My God, Henry. I didn't expect that of you. You saved our bacon.
But we probably shouldn't stay here for much longer.
You're right. Let's get out of here.
Careful.
My name is Henry, my lady. And
Guten Tag, junger Mann. What an interesting coincidence. I am Ada von Lippe, but I have never heard of your master.
it's all a bit crazy right now.
I am not. I myself,
I'm afraid...
kurz gesagt, and I do...
Ah, yes. The noble impulse.
Exact.
And I should think...
Watch yourself.
I didn't...
Macht nichts.
What is it, no?
Ha! I am but asking...
Other people's business is none of my concern, man.
Macht nichts, Junge. I am never cautious without reason. Either way. Would you... And because it is you, I am willing to turn a blind eye to anything. Natürlich. Du wirst sicher zufrieden sein. Bis bald.
Oh, good people!
Point up, excuse me.
I'm glad
You shouldn't be walking around by yourself. My friend, you have no idea how glad I am to see you. Have a seat over here. Let's drink to our success. It's on me.
I'd be a fool to refuse that.
Cheers, Henry. Oh, we couldn't have done it without you.
Don't mention it. We've all got the same goals.
But not all of us are willing to sacrifice something to achieve them. There were those among us who, instead of our noble mission, thought only of enriching themselves. Fortunately, they're no longer with us.
You talking about anyone in particular?
Knuckles betrayed us. Plotted against me. And when he realized he couldn't succeed, he ratted us out to the guards. He's the one that sent them to the mine.
What happened to him?
Our comrades punished him like they'd punish any traitor. I tried to avoid bloodshed for so long, I ended up getting it on my own hands.
Thankfully, nothing happened.
But it could have. If you hadn't managed to convince those guards, you might not have lived to tell the tale. To your health, and to the Guild of Kuttenberg.
To the health of good King Wenceslas, and all those faithful to him.
May all traitors burn in hell, and the world be brought together once more under the banner of unity. May the rotten church burn down, along with all its gluttonous prelates. May the peasants rise up like a storm and wash away all that should have been washed away long ago. May the kingdom of Christ arise and last 1,000 years.
What now? Will you continue doing what you've done until now?
Once I celebrate what we accomplished here, I'll leave to the countryside for a few weeks. I'd like to spread the word of God among the farmers there.
Aren't there priests enough?
Fuck the priests. What good ever came from them? I want to spread the true word of God, just as our Lord did before the Pharisees had him crucified.
What'll happen with the guild now?
We'll hold off on any major operations for a few weeks, until all the buzz surrounding the mines dies down. Smaller actions against Sigismund's people in the city will carry on, because they continue to be disgustingly rich. But it'd be best to wait before we do anything bigger again.
Aren't you worried we'll be followed now? Sigismund will surely want revenge for the collapsed mine.
Where there's no evidence, there's no culprit. Eldris would put himself at risk if he talked about where he got the powder. And besides Knuckles, I vouch for every one of the guildsmen.
Even on the torture rack?
Hopefully it won't come to that. And besides, Sigismund has plenty of other things to worry about.
Thank you, Chenyek, but I have to get going.
This isn't farewell for long. Until Sigismund and his army leave this place, we'll continue to make plans against him. We just have to lay low for a while.
Of course. Keep your heads down. But my task isn't over yet.
And I wish you the best of luck, Henry. You're capable of great things.
Aye, of course.
What?
So, have you got the sausages ready yet?
You must wait. They be ready soon.
Greetings. Today's a scorcher.
Can we start the meeting? We don't have much time.
Aye, we're all waiting for you. Right, gentlemen. I think it's clear to all of you what a shitty fucking mess we're in. We were caught off guard at Rabosh.
And they nearly fucking kill us all.
Yes, and they attacked the Jewish quarter.
Thanks a lot for reminding me. I almost forgot.
At least Henry here and Kubienka got most of the people out.
That's true. Good work, men. How did it all go down?
Well, to tell the truth, we were lucky as hell. We got there before it all started in earnest. That's why we managed to get those people out.
Lucky my arse. We gave those bastards a thrashing. They thought they'd loot and torch the whole place, but we scared them shitless.
It is nice that you found my people's suffering so entertaining. But what I want to know now is how you all intend to avenge them.
Well, what do you have in mind?
We shouldn't give up. That's the main thing.
Except that Sigismund has the League of Lords and a whole fucking army. And what do we have? Fuck all! Come on, lads. Jobst will bring his army soon. It'd be fucking mad to try on anything big before that.
It might take weeks for them to arrive. Von Berghoff will have found and caught us by then. We have to get rid of Von Berghoff. It's because of him that we're in the situation we're in, after all.
You mean in the shit, Sir Hans? No need to mince words.
Von Berghoff is just Sigismund's puppet. We're not going to waste time on him, are we?
Aye. It would be better to go straight after the most heavily guarded man in the kingdom. Brilliant idea, youngster.
Sigismund is out of reach, but perhaps we can get to Von Berghoff, and that should gain us some more time.
That fucker is Sigismund's right hand, so we'll chop it off.
Why kill him? You know what ransom we can get for that bastard.
Are you all fucking daft? Von Berger was holed up in Malashov, so unless any of you can fly, we can't get to him.
Oh, that's true. To take a cost like that, we'd need a dozen men, ladders, and maybe also a trebuchet or cannon.
There's no maybe about it. We'd certainly need a cannon.
So we steal the one von Berghoff used at Nebakov.
Well, why don't we just steal all the silver from the Italian court and buy our own, eh? Use your head before you open your mouth.
Hang on. Maybe Janosch's idea isn't all that bad.
How do you mean?
I recently sent Catherine to spy on Sigismund's military camp near Opatovitz. She told me Von Berghoff has his cannon stashed away there. But it seems things are getting a bit out of hand there. So the Prague regiment he's in charge of is going to move it to Sedlec. And it might not be that well guarded along the way.
So we'll steal it, right? We'll wait till they go through some ravine, and we'll shoot at them from the rocks. The way you did to us before Nebakov.
I see you've learned something from me. But it's not that simple. What we need is for one of us to get amongst the Pragas, so he can keep an eye open and tell us when they're moving out.
And if we succeed? What then? There's 5.5 of us. Even with a cannon, that's not enough to take Malashov.
There's not much we can achieve on our own.
But show me the fool who'd want to join us.
There's always a few mercenaries around, right?
And how are you going to pay them, eh? I sure as fuck haven't got the coin.
That's enough! Von Berghoff has to die. Painfully, and above all, as soon as possible. And if there are not enough of you, this might help.
Well, well. That's a sight for sore eyes. Why the fuck didn't you show us that earlier? We could have saved ourselves a lot of blathering.
Where did you get such a fortune? After what happened?
People in Kolin decided to help. They are looking after our refugees and want to send everyone a strong signal that we will not be silenced.
Aha! So that's why you were so eager to go there.
We really appreciate it, son. Believe me.
And we won't mind if you got a couple of more purses like that.
If you will permit, monsieur, I might be able to contribute. I know a few mercenaires in this part. They may not be la cavalerie royale, but for such a purse, they will gladly tear Malashov down stone by stone.
Ah, a company of mercenaries, a surprise attack, and a cannon in reserve. We could do something with that, couldn't we?
No, not so fast. We don't have the cannon yet.
Then we'll fucking get it. We'll find a good spot for an ambush and send someone into the camp to spy on them. What about you, Henry? You'll get yourself recruited into the Prague regiment, and when they take the cannon to Sedlec, you'll send us a message via Catherine.
I was afraid you'd never ask. I can just see the look on von Bergov's face when we point his own cannon straight at it.
That's settled then. Henry will go to the camp. Catherine will tell you all you need to know. You'll find her in the bathhouse there. In the meantime, Ada here can go to Malashov and find out how von Berkov and his people are stationed there. But look, don't touch.
Za kogo ty mnie kurwa masz?
A lot of soldiers need a lot to eat. We'll have to stock up.
I'll go hunting. This tavern's a bit crammed for my liking as it is.
And what are we going to do?
We're going to prepare a warm welcome for the Pragas.
What do you say, Sir Hinek?
Well, what the fuck are you all sitting here for? Didn't you hear? The fun's about to start!
Come here. I need to talk to you. Henry, my most faithful friend.
Uh-oh. That sounds a bit too friendly for my liking. You need something, don't you?
Me? Never. But you do. You need to relax a bit. Let your hair down. So it occurred to me, you might like to go hunting with me.
Poaching, you mean?
Poaching's what commoners do, not me. Come on! We promised Zhishka we'd find some meat for the mercenaries, didn't we?
The gallows at Trotsky didn't teach you a lesson, eh?
Oh, come on. That was a one-off. Let's not make it a tradition, eh? Come on, we'll clear our heads and stretch our old limbs. What do you say?
Oh, all right. I won't leave you in the lurch.
That's the spirit. Now, listen. Do you remember the hunter's camp near Bohuniewicz I told you about?
The place where you showed that girl what a member of the nobility is?
That's the one. I thought you might like to come with me, have a drink, chat, and do some hunting. What's more, it's on the way to Sigismund's camp.
Let's go then.
Great. Saddle your horse and get ready. I can smell the game from here. Ah, can you smell that? Freedom!
I smell a big roe deer. Maybe even a stag.
How about a wager on who kills more game?
I'd rather not. You know how it ends up when we make bets.
If you're talking about the cock-up at the pond.
No, I meant that bet back in Ratai. When we made a bet to see who could bag more hares, remember?
Well, of course I do. I won.
That in your dreams. I bagged twice as many hares as you, but I was talking about the humans who caught you and tied you to a tree.
Aye. That's something I'd rather forget. It wouldn't happen to us now, though. We're far too experienced. It's not long ago we were brawling in a tavern, and now look at us. It's amazing how much we've been through together.
Aye, right. We were nearly killed at the pond. We got into a fight at a wedding. A tower collapsed on us.
But we've also met some good people and fought for a good cause. Don't forget.
Yeah. When we tell our story back at home.
The girls will be throwing themselves at us.
Isn't that Bohuniewicz girl enough for you? What's she called, anyway?
Carolina.
A very pretty name.
My favorite name, you know. Carolinas tend to be wild.
But I hope you won't be so busy with wenches you forget your old mates.
No chance of that. The world's full of pretty wenches. But a good friend. Once you find one, you have to hold on to him. You remember what I told you before the Cumans caught me, don't you?
Something about minions, wasn't it? It's always helpful to have a minion at hand.
That's right. And I'd say you're a lot more than just my minion these days. But that's enough chat. It's still a fair way to the camp. How about we go a bit faster?
Let's go.
Wait, can you hear that? There are people in the camp. Bloody hell! Soldiers. Sigismund's men, judging by the colours. Shit, there's a dead body. Over there, by the tree. A local hunter, probably. Must have stumbled across them. Those bastards will pay for this. We came here to hunt. So let's hunt.
Are you sure? There's quite a lot of them. I'd rather not end up tied to a tree like you did in Rattay that time.
Come on. We can handle this motley bunch.
All right. Let's get them.
That's my boy.
For glory and carnage, die!
I'll rip your ass open. I'm all yours. Show your stuff.
Come on, you worm! Let's get it over with! Oh, thank you, God, thank you! And that's that.
Shouldn't we tell Zizka about what happened here?
Why? There's not much to tell, really.
Don't you want to boast about your heroic deeds?
Come on. You call this a heroic deed?
Wiping out a band of Sigismund's soldiers. It's not long ago I wouldn't have believed we had it in us.
You see? And today it's just another run-of-the-mill afternoon.
And what about the dead bodies?
Well, I suppose we should bury them, eh? They may have been bastards, but we shouldn't leave them to the wolves.
What now? Make camp and go hunting?
I don't know. I seem to have lost my mood for it. But we promised to bring some meat, didn't we?
Oh, these fellas were just skinning a doe. That should do it.
All right. Let's cut it up and take it back to Devil's Den. We'll go together, right?
Of course.
All right. You take care of the doe. I'll start digging a grave.
My God, what happened to you?
I got a bit of a scratch somewhere. It's nothing.
Taking their time, men.
What have we here? Hey! Goodman, do you have anything to eat? I haven't had a bite for
Maybe I can find something.
Oh,
Go! Go! Whoa!
What break here?
I'm telling you, ain't I? Your men smashed all my pictures. And on top of that, they drank nearly a whole barrel of wine. And poor Dorota had to flee to the woods from your savages. She's lucky she got away with her honor intact.
I see. We pay everything and punish very hard. Who was they?
How am I supposed to know their names? 5 of them there was. All in your uniforms.
Quiet now. I only asking.
Like them drunks will tell you and...
I know you. I see you before.
Me? No.
Now, Zudnakan, where we know us from?
Well, from the camp, most likely. But why should anyone remember me, right?
True. You many like dogs here.
Greetings to you.
I'll have a look at...
I'm glad you found what you needed there. What did I come here for?
Well? Do you have any news about what happened to Mandalina?
Oh, I hate it when I'm right. Instead of burying that fucking hag alive, they gave her house arrest somewhere in the countryside because they said her soul is ill. Oh!
Well, at least you won't hurt anybody anymore, right?
And how can you be so sure? What if it overwhelms her again? She grabs a knife and rips open some poor sleeping woman like a lamb!
I'm sure they'll hide the knives from her and lock the women up at night. They know very well what she did.
Damn it, Henry, don't be a fool. Oh, I still think I should have cut her throat.
Now she's maybe got away with it, but not for eternity.
For eternity. I'd enjoy the idea of her burning in hell if she were already there. She can still do more damage while she's alive. What would you say if I kept telling you to forget about Sigismund? About revenge?
But that's different. Sigismund is still here and hurting people.
That helper of hers who really murdered those girls is out of the game. She can't manage it herself. She's not a threat to anyone.
But what if she is? If anybody else dies because of her, then it'll be my mistake. I'll be burning in hell with her.
I wouldn't worry about it that much. She got away with it because nobody realized what she was. That's not going to happen now.
Maybe you're right. At least, I hope so. And maybe when I find out where she is, and... It's not going to be so bad, eh? There's a solution for everything. And you helped me a lot with it, Henry. I have to reward you. Here. Take it.
Ah, there you are.
Henry? What are you doing here?
Zizka sent me. Is there somewhere we can talk? In private, I mean.
Oh, by Christ. Oh, you've come up with another plan, haven't you? All right. But you better come this evening. We're too easily seen right now.
Look what I have for you. I'm here.
So I see. Haven't you...
Good day. How can I help?
My body...
What'll it be?
I'd like a pretty girl to take care of all my needs.
Don't worry. Once my girls get their hands on you, you'll forget.
I can't wait.
Great.
I'll gladly...
All right, then.
I hope you enjoyed that. I like it when a man is satisfied. And come back again anytime. I'd be happy to see you.
I'm here.
Come. I know a place where nobody will disturb us.
Where's that?
Stop asking questions and start undressing.
You want to talk here?
You said you wanted privacy, didn't you? If anyone sees us here, they'll think you're just another customer. And relax a bit. You're as stiff as if you were waiting to be branded.
How am I supposed to relax in this situation?
Come now, Henry. Don't say you've never had your back scrubbed by a woman.
I have, yeah, but... It's just different with you. It feels a bit weird. After all we've been through together.
Oh, come now. You don't have to be bashful in front of me. Even about what I think I see in that tub.
Well, the water is pretty cold.
Of course it is. So, tell me quickly what you're doing here before you shrivel up entirely in the water. You say Zizka sent you?
That's right. It's about von Bergov's cannon and the Praggers who have it. I hear they're going to move it to Sedlec.
Aye, they have it. What of it?
We want to steal it on the way.
Have you all gone mad? Do you know how dangerous that is?
I know. That's why Zizka sent me here. I'm supposed to infiltrate the Praggers and make sure everything goes smoothly.
Ah, so what do you need me for?
Information. When are the Praggers going to take the cannon to Sedlec?
That's what you're supposed to find out, isn't it? But it looks like they got held up for some reason. Sometimes I hear them complaining they should have been long gone by now.
Where is the cannon now?
In the upper part of the camp where all the local captains have their tents. They've put up a palisade around the entire hilltop. And the guard at the gate doesn't let just anyone in. And what's more, they say the whole camp's gunpowder store is there.
And you think it's in the storehouse there?
That's the only place it can be. I haven't seen it anywhere down here, but they won't let me into the upper part.
Do you know anything about the cannon?
Not much. I've heard they call it the Finger of God, and it costs a fortune, but that's all.
Who's in charge here?
That's a pretty complicated question. But in a nutshell, there are 3 main captains here. They run the whole camp. Sigismund is holed up in Sedlitz with his toadies and doesn't take much of an interest in what's going on here. The Cumans are under the command of a fellow called Chertan. Then there is Grozaf, who runs the camp. And then there are the Pragas, led by Dietrich Katz.
What is this Chertan like?
He's the commander of all the Cumans who marched into Bohemia. Sigismund officially gives the orders, of course, but it's Chertan they listen to. I've met him a couple of times. He's a tough fella, but his soldiers are loyal to him.
Who's this Grosov?
He's in charge of everything here. He's a nobleman, but don't expect him to act like one. They say he ran up debts and fell out with half the royal court. So Sigismund holed him away here instead of taking him to Sedlitz. Watch out for him. You know how it is. The worse off a man is, the pushier he gets.
This Katz. Who is he?
He's in charge of the Prague Artillery Regiment. You should know him, in fact. It was him and his men who attacked Nabakov that time.
That Horison who nearly killed us all.
Calm down. You'll get your revenge soon enough.
Do you have any idea how I could infiltrate the Praggers?
The best thing would be to join up. There are never enough men. But it won't be as easy as it might seem. They won't let you go up and see cats just like that. But down by the shooting range, you'll find a fella they call Crow. He's a corporal in the Pragas. You'll know him by his big black moustache. He's Katz's right-hand man. So I'd try my luck with him.
But what if he turns me down?
Then I suppose you'll have to keep bothering him until he changes his mind. What else?
And once I've joined them, what next?
Find out when they're supposed to go to Sedlitz. And above all, why they're still here. And once you've got it sorted out with them and you're gonna all ride out with the cannon, I'll go straight to the Devil's Den and we'll get to work.
Well, it all sounds pretty dangerous. If I say the wrong thing or someone recognizes me, the game will be up. I could do with a kiss for luck.
If you don't mess up, you'll have 1,000 kisses. But work before play. Is there anything else you want to ask before we get started?
Do you know anything else about the Praggers that might come in handy?
Not really. They're artillerymen, as I said. And their pay is a lot better than the others, so they aren't too popular around here. That's all I know. They drink, play dice, and go to the baths just like all the others.
What's it like here? Should I be afraid?
Not really. But I wouldn't call it peaceful here. You know what it's like. Humans here, Praga's there. Couple of noblemen and a bunch of mercenaries who want to fill their purses. All hot-blooded and all hating each other. Apart from that, it's lovely.
Is there anything I should watch out for?
Your mouth, mostly. You know what you like. If you give the game away, you're a dead man. Just try and act normal. They get up to a lot of drinking, riding, and archery here. Now and then they fight like cats and dogs, but the captains have things under control for the moment. Although
what?
There's a rumor going round the soldiers that there's a spy here. At first, I was worried they were talking about me, but it seems not. Be careful.
That's all I need to know.
Get out of the water, then. You've been in there for ages. Though I have to admit, you've scrubbed up nicely. Maybe I should wash you more often.
As long as it's always free of charge.
Actually, there is something you could do to repay me. But that can wait. Enlist for service first, soldier.
careful with that scythe.
Where the hell did a common soldier get so much money? Something stinks here.
Good morning.
You said you needed my help with something?
I do. It's just... Well, it's not easy to talk about, you know? Someone's been following me. I haven't actually seen anyone, but I can't help feeling someone staring at me all the time. And once, I even heard something.
What did you hear?
The other night, I was woken up by a man's voice. Like he was standing close by and whispering.
Do you think someone's found out who you are?
Judging by the mumbling, I reckon this is about something else entirely. But you never know what a creep like him might notice. I'd feel a lot better if you could get rid of him somehow.
Has anything else strange happened?
No. Except maybe... I lost a shoe.
A shoe? Just one?
That's just what's so strange about it. If both went missing, I just think someone stole them. But one? What good is one of my shoes to anyone?
I could think of a few things.
Yuck.
Did you understand what the bloke was saying?
Not a word. It didn't sound like Czech.
What did it sound like? Polish? German?
Hungarian. You can't mistake their gibberish for anything else. I reckon it was some Cuman.
When did all this happen?
About 2 days ago. It was quite late at night. I haven't slept a wink since.
Let's hope it's nothing serious. But we should find the bloke and have a word with him.
What do you plan to do?
Well, if he really did steal your shoe, Mutt could track him down.
That's not a bad idea. But you'd have to give him something to get the scent.
You've got the other shoe, don't you? You can't walk around with one shoe on anyway. And Mutt's dependable.
It's not Matt I'm worried about. Just sort things out with a creep, that's all I care about.
I could explain to him that a woman like you isn't for him.
I suppose. If you tell him firmly enough.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. But now go. We both have work to do.
Come here. Search.
Hear what Master Jan Hus of Prague teaches us. Priests wallow in gold, while their falseness and indulgences prevent all Christendom to eternal order. Can that be right? Salvation cannot be saved. What can they say?
What is it, boy? Is this where the shoe thief lives?
Mangy mutts.
That's Catherine's. So this is where the cumin who won't leave her alone lives.
Such a naughty dog.
Yasak? Is that you?
Very good, Henry.
Hold on. You speak our language?
I learn good. Nice to speak language if I fighting here.
What are you doing here? I thought you wanted to get out of the army.
That is truth. This country no good for me. People throw stone and women close legs when see me.
Yet you decided to come back?
Again. Bad here, but every other place better.
And the others let you back in, just like that? You're a deserter, aren't you?
People talk shit, but Chertan commander understand and let me back. Not even much punish. Only 30 hits with stick to ours. He is good man.
What happened to Vasco?
We go different ways. He not want to army again. Few weeks now. He have home go to, but me no home here. So I look army, where camp, and found here.
Anyway, it was nice to see you.
Pleasure is me, Henry. You must be dropping sometime.
What? Aye, right. I'll drop by. You bet I will. So it's you. You're the human that keeps bothering the black-haired bath wench. You'll leave her alone. Got it?
Mi van? Nem értem.
What are you on about? You don't understand a word I say, do you? Bathhouse. Das bad. Washing. Bathhouse wench. Woman. No watching. 9. Got that? Igen?
Igen? Aha. A fürdős lány. Miért ne? Minek ütöd bele az orrod? Igen, szeretem.
She's scared. Sakra. It's like talking to a horse. Ah! Help! That man wants to hurt me! Help! Save me! Huh? Bathhouse woman? Afraid. You? Go away. Du Schwein. Nicht amor.
Mi van? Félt tőlem. De én ezt nem akartam. Hát jó. Rendben, akkor békén hagyom. Nicht amor.
See how easily we came to an agreement?
So,
I found the Cuman who was stalking you. He's called Chakan, and I reckon you won't have any more trouble from him.
Ah, thank God. How did you convince him to stop?
I just told him a woman like you wouldn't waste her time with someone like him.
And he understood? Have you learnt Cuman? Or did you explain it with your fists? And what about my shoes?
Here they are. Both of them.
Thank God for that. I was afraid I'd have to steal someone else's. And Henry?
What?
Thank you. You're a good man. I owe you one.
At your service, sir.
Are you the one they call Crow?
I'm only Crow to good friends, or strangers who want to punch in the gob. Which group do you belong to?
Well, neither, I reckon. But I hope that'll change. I want to join your regiment.
You and a dozen other ne'er-do-wells. I've had fellas pestering me ever since Radovan let slip that we get double the pay. Go and ask Lord Borumlaka, I mean. He's been taking on all kinds of mercenaries. You'll fit in better with his rabble.
Oh, that'd be a waste of my talents.
Oh, really? How's that?
I helped a fella called Puta. We went to requisition some supplies together.
And here I was thinking the food was less rotten all of a sudden. Nice work. All the more reason you should join Grozav's mercenaries, though. You obviously know them already.
Didn't you see me fight Zavish von Garbov recently? It made a big splash.
I don't have time for that kind of thing. But the men mentioned it in the bathhouse, that's true. Defeating an experienced knight like Zavish is no mean feat. But the answer's still no.
I stopped by your shooting range, and I think I made a pretty good impression.
I heard some stranger turned up there. Was that you? Good archers are damned important in our regiment, but I'm sure I'll get by without you.
Oh, damn it, is that still not enough for you? What more do you want?
For you to stop hassling me. You're a bit pushy for my liking. It's a bit suspicious.
I want to serve the king, is all. Sigismund should take things in hand here and impose order, since Wenceslas isn't capable of it.
Interesting. Most people in these parts have other ideas.
Only I'm not most people. Please. Just give me a chance.
All right. We lost a couple of men recently in any case. You know what? I'll go and see Katz, our commander. He'll know what to do with you.
Who the fuck are you?
My name's Henry, sir, and I want to enlist.
So you turn up and expect us to drop to our knees in awe?
Crow, why did you let this fucker in?
I thought you might want to take a look at him. The lad said he fought Zavish and gave him what for.
Well, if that's true, but we'll have to try you out first in any case. I have this issue here.
Ah, you're not going on about that stupid charter again, are you? How many more men will you send to find it?
As many as it takes. Don't tell me you're not fed up with being stuck here. So, this is your test, Henry. Either you come back as one of us, or you don't come back at all. What do you say?
Well, that depends. The harder the work, the higher the price.
Christ, he'll fit right in. He hasn't lifted a finger yet, and he already wants his pay.
If he helps us get out of here, he can have mine as well.
Listen up, then. Some of our men have gone missing. 7 of them. And with them a wagon with horses, to be precise. They had a very important cargo they were supposed to take to Sedlitz, but they never arrived there.
It seems they were last seen somewhere between Miskovitz and Rabstein. But that was ages ago. Christ knows where they might be now.
Hang on, why would they go past Miskovitz? That's not on the way to Sedlitz.
That's what I don't understand. But you can ask them if you find them.
Do you think someone ambushed them?
It's possible. The locals aren't too fond of us.
I don't give a shit what happened to them. They could have been eaten by squirrels for all I care. I just want that painted chest they were carrying. There's a very important charter in it, and we need it back. Got that?
What if there's more than one charter? I need to know what's written on it.
Nothing a yokel like you would understand. If there's more than one, just bring me all of them.
And what should I do when I find these fellas?
What do you think? Free them if someone's holding them. Bury them if they're dead. Kill them if they've deserted.
What, take down 7 men by myself?
Do you want to be a fucking soldier or not? All right then. If things get tough, come and see me and we'll sort it out somehow.
And is that all you know? What do these fellas look like? Do they have any friends in these parts? Anything at all?
Well, there is one thing. Mishek, one of those 7, came back.
And you're only telling me this now? So question him, and we'll know what's going on, won't we?
Go ahead and try it yourself, genius.
Mishek was brought back on a cart. Some peasant found the poor bloke unconscious on the road and brought him here. He's been in the infirmary since then. But you can stop by, maybe the Sawbones will be able to tell you something. His name is Musa.
And let me tell you, you ain't never seen a man like Musa before.
All right, I think I understand. Find the men and bring back the charter.
So what are you standing here for? Do you want my blessing for the road? Try not to get yourself killed.
Commander Katz sent me. I'm supposed to find the soldiers who went missing. It seems one of them is in your infirmary.
Yes, Mishek. He's lying over there and will remain lying for long. He was badly stabbed, and it will take weeks before he comes to his senses.
But I need to talk to him.
Then you shall have to wait. When he was brought here, he was mumbling about some wagon on a place called Lota. But then he passed out and did not awake again.
Isn't there anything we can do? I don't need him to be healed, just to wake up for a while. What if we brew something with mint? That wakes me up like nothing else.
That is not such a bad idea, Henry. One can make a decoction from Varelian and mint, which is called cockerel potion. It will not heal the poor wretch, but it might wake him up for a bit. But it must be very strong. Not like what is sold by the quacks around here.
Hold on. I have something like that here.
And is it a strong enough decoction?
We'll soon find out.
Very well, friend. I will try to trust you.
All right. We'll see if I brewed it properly.
What's happening? Where am I?
Look, calm down, Mishek. How are you feeling?
Like I was kicked in the head by a horse. Wait, how do you know who I am?
No, we don't have time for introductions. I need to know what happened to you and the others you went to Sedlets with.
Oh, that. What do you want to know?
What actually happened? Start at the beginning and don't leave anything out.
We were riding to Sedlets, me and 6 others. We were taking some gifts or something. A couple of crates with some valuables and a kind of painted chest with some documents. Karel and Francex talked the others into nicking the stuff and doing a runner. But I was against it, so they jumped me.
So it was your friends who did this to you?
I told them I wouldn't rat on them. But they said they'd make sure I wouldn't. Francex pounced on me and stuck a knife in my belly. But I managed to push him off and took to my heels. All I can remember is running somewhere. And then I came over all dizzy.
The document you were carrying, where is it? What's in it?
I've no idea. Cats didn't tell us anything, and I can't read. Some report for the king, most likely.
I need to know where the rest of the men who are riding with you to Sedlets are. I have to find them.
I'm not sure. We talked about Lotta. It seems there's a sawmill there they could hide in. So maybe they're there. Listen, will I be all right? What are my chances? I don't feel well. What's wrong with me?
The brew is wearing off, most likely.
I'm going to die, aren't I?
No, you're not going to die. But you won't be on active duty anytime soon. You need to rest.
Rest? Yes, I should. Get my strength back.
Thanks for your help. I think I know where to go now.
Excellent, my friend. Finally someone who understands my craft a little. Perhaps you could help me here sometime. Good luck with your task. Kasagin the Manje.
Go! Go! This way's no good. I'll have to go around.
What?
A wagon in the...
What the fuck are you doing here? What do you want then?
I've only come for one document. That's all I want from you.
What fucking document? Hold on. You mean that parchment we were taking to Sedlets? Dobrodele. A fella hopes to get his hands on something worth running off for, but all that's in that fucking chest is useless shit and some stupid fucking parchment. Hey, how come you know about it?
I found Mishek, and he told me everything.
Dobrodele. So he survived and sent you after us. That's not like him.
No, not after you, just to get the charter. He said he can't go back to the camp without it.
Ah, I see. So how shall we do this?
Why did you quit the army, anyway? I reckon that's a bit risky.
Unlike battling all the time, you mean? We were just fed up with it. Sleeping in a shitty tent, never getting a proper meal, and on top of that, all the slaughtering.
What do you plan to do? You can't hide forever.
We'll take everything worth anything. Hunt for something to eat and take to the hills. Every man for himself. With a bit of luck, they'll forget about us in a month or two and we'll be able to go back to Prague.
Why did you try to kill Mishek? I get that you wanted to run away, but that poor wretch didn't do anything wrong.
Poor wretch? He's a fucking coward. He'd never have gone along with us and he'd have spilt the beans as soon as Katz looked at him sideways. We had to get rid of him.
There's no point dragging this out, is there? Just give me the charter and I'll be on my way.
And you'll leave us be?
Well, I'll have to tell everyone where you're hiding. So you should make yourself scarce, sharpish.
Make ourselves scarce? But we ain't ready to go.
That's not my concern.
It will be. Lads, get over here. Get him. You fucker. Get him, lads.
You're no match for us.
What the hell? Show your stuff. I'm all yours. I can still take you. It's no wonder you're still standing. Fucking die already. I've been waiting for you.